I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. Criminal charges were lodged today against prominent officials in Monticello. Deputy Village Mayor T.C. Hutchins and former village manager John Legreschi were arrested and indicted today on charges of coercion, falsifying business records, and official misconduct. Crimes allegedly committed while attempting to hire a friend of Hutchins for a police officer position. Hutchins and Legreschi, a former Sullivan County Republican chairman, are accused of ordering former Police Chief Doug Solomon to halt a background investigation on village resident Kareem McCline and giving McCline confidential information for his planned civil rights lawsuit against the county and village. Hutchins and Legreschi face up to 7 years if convicted of the top charge in the 13-count indictment. McCline was charged with 5 felonies for allegedly lying on his police application and giving false statements to a judge when applying for a pistol permit. Now keep checking back here at Record Online for the latest on this breaking story. With the fate of Orange County's Valley View nursing home close to being decided, a group of supporters are making a last-ditch attempt to keep it open and in county hands. At a news conference earlier today, the union representing Valley View employees announced they're prepared to make major contract concessions as a way to convince Orange County legislators to continue funding the facility and not take steps to privatize it. Orange County legislators Roxanne Donnery and Michael Anagastakis appeared at the news conference today with CSCA leaders who say Valley View workers will accept a wage freeze and agree to form a separate bargaining unit, something that County Executive Ed Diana has been pushing for. The announcement comes less than a week before the deadline to amend the county executive's budget, which cuts off Valley View funding by February. Reporter Chris McKenna will have the latest here at Record Online and in tomorrow's Times-Herald Record. They didn't find the possible murder weapon, but state police divers who were searching the Hudson River shoreline in Newburgh yesterday did make another find, a car that had been reported stolen last year in the city of Newburgh. The police do not believe the vehicle has any connection to the case that brought them to this location. Investigators are looking for the rifle that town of Newburgh resident Monica Mogg allegedly used to kill her former boyfriend October 31st in New Jersey. Mogg faces double murder charges for the fatal shooting of Arthur Noldechan and the fatal stabbing of his new girlfriend, Young-Yi Kim. Police did not disclose why they had targeted the Newburgh shoreline in their ongoing search for the rifle. Not all of the donations going to Hurricane Sandy's victims in New York and New Jersey are things like non-perishable food, cleaning supplies, baby items, or clothing. This morning, a truckload of fresh produce was being loaded into a tractor-trailer rig at Harvest Queen Farms in the town of Goshen's Black Dirt region. Crates of onions, carrots, lettuce, and other vegetables was donated by local growers and will be dropped off at food banks and soup kitchens in high-need, storm-ravaged areas. It is a team effort involving New York Farm Bureau, Orange County Gleaning Program, RECAP, City Harvest, and Cornell Cooperative Extension.
Because grocery stores had some electric issues and farmers markets were closed in the city, it came to my attention that growers might have a little extra product that they would be willing to donate. And so I did a couple of phone calls, and sure enough, and it's not even just the stuff that didn't go to the grocery stores, because since grocery stores have gotten power back and things like that, business has been very busy for them, but they really felt that this needed to happen. It's a really phenomenal load of produce when folks probably aren't getting this and it hasn't been offered yet, and it's really healthy stuff that we need to get to the folks that can't cook in their own kitchens right now.
And local growers say it was important to donate since they were on the receiving end of help last year following Hurricane Irene.
People need help, and we have the extra stuff, and it's going to them. I mean, last year when we got devastated, people pulled together to help us out, and we want to do as much as we can and get this down there as fast as we can to help everybody else.
Ulrich says more than $25,000 worth of fresh produce was being trucked down today. Another truckload of black dirt onions and potatoes will be loaded up and delivered next week. Staggering. That's the word Governor Andrew Cuomo is using to describe the projected $33 billion price tag for cleanup and recovery from Hurricane Sandy here in New York State. Cuomo says he will press the federal government for full reimbursement of all the state's out-of-pocket costs. and it could mean Congress may have to pass a supplemental appropriations bill, since total damage costs from Superstorm Sandy may top $50 billion throughout the Mid-Atlantic region. And State Comptroller Thomas DiNapoli said the catastrophic damage would result in a short-term fall-off in tax revenues. A strike that began yesterday by unionized workers at Dynegy power plants in the town of Newburgh will not have any impact on the process of selling the company's Roaston and Danskammer power plants. So says Dynegy spokesperson Katie Sullivan, following the decision by more than 100 members of the IBEW union to walk off the job because of a continuing contract dispute. Sullivan says non-union Dynegy employees will be on the job during the strike. Medical benefits for retirees and current employee pensions said to be the major contract issues. The Dynegy plants are on the auction block, with the company owing a reported $23.4 million in back taxes. Things went from bad to worse this week for 38-year-old Michael Denon Jr. after fire and police personnel responded to a 911 call for a reported chimney fire at his residence. What state police say they later found were 18 marijuana plants in an apartment bedroom. Denon was charged with felony marijuana possession and a misdemeanor count of unlawfully growing cannabis. And you could call it a true team effort. Students gathered at Gidney Avenue Magnet School in Newburgh Thursday to pack up donated food for Sandy victims. The students from the San Miguel Academy, the NFA varsity crew team, along with members of the Newburgh Rowing Club, pitched in to help sort and organize locally donated items. The supplies were driven to a firehouse in Cold Spring, and from there, they were to be shipped out to aid storm-weary victims on Staten Island. Boy, do we need the good weather that will be rolling in this weekend. It'll be mostly sunny Saturday and mild, with temperatures expected to reach 60 degrees. Sunday, more sunshine and even milder temperatures, with the highs getting into the mid-60s. For news you can use, be sure to pick up the weekend editions of the Times-Herald Record, and when news breaks, you will find it right here at Record Online. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.